I was just.
No. I'm
I was
tired and I look rough, so I'm sorry. And also, this lighting is ass.
Girl,
But
same. I'm literally in bed right now.
getting ready to go to bed.
That was wonderful. I don't know what you're talking about. Can we please give all the love to
Oh,
both
thank you. Sorry, wait, what?
Looked
Wait,
like what hurt?
Nothing hurt. What? No,
Wait,
I'm not hurt.
It was me. It was me doing that, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so I went live the other day and I told everyone accidentally that I have a Wattpad. And now I'm really scared that everyone's gonna find this fucking Wattpad. I don't think they're gonna find it because it's not a username that is attached to me at all. And I keep this username really secret.
Someone said, "We know your secret."
Yeah, no, you fucking don't. Nice try, bitch. No one knows, but I'm low key scared. Like I'm sweating. Yeah, because people were saying that they found it during the live, and I couldn't log in. Like I brought up my phone. And I was like, okay, like I just have to like log in, find my account, make sure that this is not accessible, and I couldn't log in. And I still can't log in, so I don't know if I've taken those stories down and those... Yeah, whatever.
I have a suggestion for the Bet family.
Oh, wait, Eve's trying to join.
Who?
Eve's trying to join. They're saying Eve wanted to join.
How do you check that? Yeah.
No. He said who? He said who?
Where's your face?
No, I see how it is, Hunter. Who?
I was. Oh
Who?
no. Oh
Yeah, fuck
no.
me though.
I'm
Who?
in trouble. Wait, I want to see. I need to see you as you.
I'm flossing right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, teeth are important. Like Laura was saying. Well, yeah.
Like it's a
We'd
really
love
wild
to see
game.
it.
It's
Show
one of
us,
those
show us that
events
flossing.
like the dance.
Oh no, yeah. I'm doing that at the same time. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Multitasker. Well, yes.
Mental health, party elf. That's
Party
great.
elf. I am a party elf. Oh my god, guys. I was going deep diving in these videos yesterday of those mascot clowns that go to these children's parties and like they fucking like they dance to Jersey music and all that. Oh my god, I need them at my own party. I'm not even kidding. These
What are
bitches
you
go
talking
fucking
about?
hard. They dress in like Mickey Mouse suits and like Elsa and like Anna and like yeah.
Oh, you don't mean the actual clowns though. You mean like
Well, they are technically clowns. I mean, it's clowning, but just like, you know, in a Dora and Explorer suit. No, I was crying laughing because I genuinely, like, I need to have a birthday party one day with them. Like, invited.
With who? With who?
These,
Who would
like, guys from Jersey. Like, they're from Philly, Delaware, and, like, Jersey. And they
But like,
dance at
who
these...
do they?
I thought you said Philly and Delhi, and I was like, whoa, that is a
Yeah.
red.
But like,
Well,
who do they dress up as? You're saying that
They dress up as Mickey Mouse. They dress up as Spider-Man.
Okay.
They dress up as some other bitches that I don't know. Who is
Okay,
Laura?
Spider-Man.
Andrea the Adventure. I don't know who that is. But they go hard. Like they don't fucking play. I need them at my birthday party. Like
I could be
intense.
the Spider-Man. I could be your Spider-Man.
You can you
I have a
gritty?
Spider-Man costume.
Can you gritty?
Yep.
Well,
Can I? No.
well, that's
I also
like
can't
kind
do
of like,
flips, but like
yeah, they go
Try.
hard. They
that would
don't-
be entertaining.
Is
it's,
anyone
like,
else
serious.
like panicking right now? Like what?
Yeah, well, hey, there was an option to have an invite and you accepted. This is what you get, you know? I'm just trying to floss. Anyways, no, read the fanfics. They're honestly not that bad.
I feel like they're amazing. I was also going to suggest maybe for the Bet family, if you can go in and edit the title or perhaps the description to say like not for the cast to read. Maybe
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
because like what if we wanted to read it and you're just like, don't, that's my private story, and then I go, of course.
Well, if it's so private, then don't post it. Put that in the notes app.
Does this
Don't put it
mean-
on Wattpad or AO3.
Did you read all of them then, Eve? Okay.
I
I'll
do
start.
have some stocked. I haven't read them though.
All right.
I need the newer ones that are like, I need people to like, don't hold back. Like, I don't know, some of the stuff I skimmed through, it was like, okay, light work, you know. Oh, that's cute. Aw, he should, Laura, he's taking your lollipop.
That was such a nice little treat.
How
Thank
do people
you.
do this? Like, I still don't understand how they're doing that to us.
I just feel like we're so lucky. And I say that,
To do that to people, like, how could I like?
how could I bequeath a gift of a treat? I'll keep reading. Okay.
Bedtime stories.
Yeah, bedtime with Hunt. All right. It's bedtime. Okay. Is everyone cozy?
Yeah.
So cozy.
Good. She stepped from the town car with a light skip in her step, her eyes wide with barely contained thrill. She wore the St. Dom's uniform, or
Pause. Can y'all hear me floss?
Yes.
Let me try to mute myself.
I love the oral health. I think that's great.
Oh, she muted herself. She's gone now. Wait, is this like a what kind of fan fiction is this? Is this like a
This was one I was
spicy one?
I don't know yet.
I just kind of burped at the same time. Sorry. That's kind of gross.
I just know that every time Hunter you start reading, there's like 10 comments of like, stop him, don't.
Because I'm like, unless it gets wild right
Get to
away.
17. Wait, is this the fan fiction that Io was reading earlier? Eccentric?
I don't think so.
Eccentric? Is this the one that people are calling eccentric?
Question mark? Maybe?
I can keep going.
They're saying skip to chapter 17.
I feel like I've seen enough comments for me to be like, that is a chapter that is not for me to go to.
I don't think that chapter was that bad. I think Clara was kind of overreacting. Low-key. I need to brush my teeth 1 second.
Okay, no worries. Do you want to...
Don't mute yourself.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I want to hear the water pick that you have. I don't think you guys have a water pick, but it was so funny when I said that. I expected a huge chorus of laughter, and I got nothing.
Yeah, I didn't laugh on mute either. Sorry.
I've heard that before.
It sounds like my wedding night. But no, I go manual mode. I got this shitty floss though, hey, because it was on sale because I didn't have mine, and it's just like it feels like plastic. It's not like the classic floss or whatever. So I feel scammed because I got 2 of them. Now I have to use them for fucking months.
I like
kill
having
me.
floss.
Wait, what?
Yeah, wait, sorry. Huh?
Do you guys don't know what floss is?
No.
Galaxy. Hey.
Holy crow.
Holy crow.
Eve, question.
Yeah.
What's going on with the stars and the planet?
The stars and the planets. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I was just wondering the same thing. Well, have you ever had a flashbang?
I don't think so.
No. Well, I think that would explain a lot. I think you should Google that, and I think you'll get a hint. I don't want to air out too much because I might scare the people. You know what I mean? The world is ending.
I feel you.
It is ending.
Yeah, actively. But yeah, if you look more into that, I think you'll have. I just don't want to air out too much.
Search up flashbang on Google.
Yeah, not incriminating at all, so don't worry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, she wore the St. Dom's uniform, or her own take on it. A crimson-trimmed blazer draped loosely over her shoulders, crisp white shirt unbuttoned just enough, and a short black pleated skirt that swayed dangerously with each step. Thigh-high stockings, glossy shoes, and that ever-present, intoxicating smile. She looked like she'd stepped out of a dream and into the wrong school. And yet, She fit in far too well. Sorry, that combination of eyes, lips, and mouth saying stop is wild.
Stop him.
I think that's good then. Yeah, I do feel like if we had an indexing solution, it would help us be like, no, you should read this one because it's like talking about bread.
Wait, that's it?
Well, there's more.
Cool.
Eve, are you telling me to keep going?
Yeah, like I don't think they're that bad. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
Is
This
this
is coming
the
from me, and
eccentric
my Wattpad experience was very eccentric. in
Wet
that
pad.
sense.
Oh,
My Wattpad.
okay.
I didn't mean to say that.
All right.
Guys, you're making
Wattpad.
fun of me.
Wet pad.
Guys, you know I don't pronounce things right.
Oh, I thought that was intentional. I thought you were saying like wet pad, like intentionally. And then I was like, oh, like
You know what?
let's
On
read
the next
that
time I'll
one.
say tampon, and then we can see who's laughing then.
Real
Y'all, fuck you.
Freudian.
Going back to brushing my teeth.
Don't log yourself. I want
What
to
have
hear
I
it.
done?
Which is which?
Yeah, eccentric.
Oh
Which
my
is
God.
which? Yeah,
Eccentric
That's what you get.
karma.
is midnight. What am I trying to say? So this is eccentric.
Yeah.
Can you please go to chapter 17 and just like you know what? You don't have to read it from start to finish. You can just like pick out a little thing and drop it in the chat for all of us.
I can read it. I have it on my
Please.
iPad.
Okay, please read it. Please read it.
But if Hunter wants to do it, I'm not going to stop him. I think
One
he
of
should
you
do it.
read it.
I feel like everyone doesn't want me to read it, but
I think you're just saying that. That's not true.
No, there is like a lot. I think they're like concerned for Hunter. They're like,
Hunter, how are you feeling about... Actually, Hunter, how do you feel? How do you feel about reading this?
I just want everyone to know that this is a safe space.
You see how you're talking about everyone else but not yourself? Unpack that.
whoa.
Did I just get called in? to share?
Open up the safe.
Okay, so this
You've been called into therapy.
is all.
I would say a part of me feels like curious, of course. Another
Scorpio, naturally.
yeah. But another part of me feels like it's like a closed door that I'm not supposed to go into, which is fine. And then another.
You're not even allowing yourself into the
A whole
spaces.
life.
I'm talking about my parts.
Your parts. Okay, I'm on Wattpad, but it's frozen on this other fucking book.
So I'm getting.
Eve, do you have
I'm on chapter 8.
Wattpad?
Do I have an iPad or a Wattpad or a Wattpad?
Wattpad!
I do. But it's
Do you
stuck
write?
on this other book. Fuck no. I barely can even write scripts. Come on now.
Okay,
You don't
I'm just
write?
gonna do a quick
I
eye
just feel
scan.
like there might be something. Sorry.
What's going on here?
I'm on chapter 17.
Oh, put him on.
Oh, okay.
Guys, is Eccentric on AO3? I don't know why Wattpad's not working. Maybe I need to update it.
The door clicked shut behind them. Just kidding. I won't read it. I just want to.
No, keep going.
Blood clot. Oh, there we go. Back in the game. Now what's going on?
No, I'm saying it's gonna be juicy when Eve reads it.
I'm not scared. Oh, I'm on chapter 17. There we go.
You know what? I was right. That I
I can blast through this.
I
I can do the beep and beep.
I see what everyone was.
The door clicked shut behind them, sealing them off. Wait, you already read this shit. Let's skip to the good part. Yumiko hummed, stomping in front of her. She tilted her head, eye scanning Kiara like she was a puzzle to be solved or undone. Don't ever get tired of pretending you're not affected. Kiara raised a brow, unmoving. Affected by what? Yumiko smiled, slow and dangerous. By me. She reached out, brushing her fingers just under Kira's collar, tracing the fine fabric. Kira stiffened barely, but she didn't move away. Yumiko took this as an invitation. You act like you don't care, she whispered. But you come back. After everything, you followed me. Kira's jaw tensed. You didn't give me a choice. You could have said no. Yumiko leaned closer now, her mouth brushing the edge of Kira's ear, her breath sending a shiver through her spine. But you didn't. Kira finally stepped back sharply, like she needed space or she might combust. Her eyes were sharp now, agitated. What the fuck are you laughing at?
No,
Don't
please,
twist this
please.
into... Exactly. Exactly. Don't twist this into something it's not. You wanted... Oh, who the fuck is... Okay, guys, pause. I know the author is out here, but you need to, like, say who is saying something. So, hey, if a Bet cast member reads this, I know what voice to do. Come on now.
Oh, are we workshopping it now?
We're workshopping it. No, she's out there somewhere. I know she was kind of gagged when Clara read it. But we love her. But I'm also just dumb, so... don't twist this into something it's not. You wanted me here to gloat, to tease. Yeah, this is Yumiko. Just like you always do. Yumiko followed, slow and smiling. Maybe, she said with a mock innocence. But I think I like it when I tease. I think you like it when I tease, my bad. Kira's narrowed her eyes. I think you like pretending I'm yours. Yumiko's smile faltered for a split second, replaced by something darker, hungrier. Pretending, she echoed. Stepping close again. Are you liking this so far, by the way? I need to test
Yes.
the room. Okay, cool.
Yes, do go on, please.
Yeah, you're liking this.
Oh, yeah.
Stepping close again. She has a Wattpad account. Fingers grazing Kira's waist now. Darling, if I was pretending, you wouldn't be here. You'd still be sitting beside that pathetic excuse for a fiance. Kira's breath caught at that.
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Bring the in. Sorry.
Bucket, hey.
Who's Beyonce? Who has a fiance?
Akira. Fiance.
What?
Yes.
Okay, this is what happens when you skip to chapter 17. Okay, do go on.
Yeah. Whatever, it's fine. It's not what we're here for. Kira's breath caught at that. You're jealous, she said flatly, accused, almost assumed. Is that it? Yumiko's hand slid higher up Kira's side. Jealous? No, President, she purred. I'm territorial. Her eyes gleamed with heat. There's a difference. Kira stared at her, tense, biting her tongue, fighting a battle she was clearly losing. You act like you're in control, she said tightly. And you act like you don't like it when I take it, Yumiko murmured. There was a moment, thick with heat and defiance, whether neither of them moved. Where neither of them moved. Oh my god, Eve. Okay, just breathing, just tension. Then Yumiko reached out again and slowly traced her finger down Kira's jaw. Kira didn't stop her. Instead, she let out a breath, like she'd been holding it in too long, and said, voice low and cutting, touch me like that again, and I'll assume you want something. Yumiko laughed. Hunter. Yumiko laughed. Delighted, dangerous. Oh, but I do. And then there was a silence. Not comfortable. Not even close. It was a kind of silence before a match is struck. Kira's hands were clenched at her sides, her breathing uneven, and Yumiko's smile said she'd noticed every tremble. There were fire and fuse, and one of them was seconds away from lighting the other. Yumiko didn't wait for Kira to speak again. The moment stretched between them, hot and suffocating, and then she crossed a short space like a flame drawn to gasoline. One hand gripped Kira's waist, the others tangled into her silky jet-black hair, tugging just hard enough to tip her head back, exposing that pale, vulnerable neck.
Is she a vampire?
Pale, vulnerable neck. I'll never get over this. Okay. Still pretending? Yumiko murmured, voice rough and smoky. Kira's lips parted, but no words came out. Just the faintest breath of anticipation. She didn't fight when Yumiko kissed her. She didn't dare. The moment their mouths met, it was chaos in the most beautiful form. Lips clashed. No, lips crashed. Tongues tangled. It wasn't slow or gentle, not this time. It was desperate, urgent, and entirely consuming. Yumiko pressed her body against Kira's with dominance. I'm fucking this up. Grinding into her slightly with every deep kiss. Her fingers bleep Kira's blazer as if trying to rip it from her entirely. Kira melted into it. Galaxy! Kira melted into it, but not passively. Her hands roamed instantly, feverishly, gripping Yumiko's waist before sliding down. Greedily beeping her ass over her skirt, she squeezed, nails digging in, pulling her closer with every that escaped her throat between grasps. I can't say that. Yumiko only smirked into the kiss, her tongue coaxing and conquering, tasting every soft whimper Kira couldn't hold back. And then she shoved her. Not hard, but firmly enough to send the president stumbling back onto the bed with a gasp. Kira landed her skirt slightly raised. Panties, dimming light.
Oh,
Her long legs were curled slightly, posture both defined and undone. She looked wrecked already. Flushed lips, heavy chest, skirt askew. Yumiko stood above her, chest rising and falling fast, lips swollen from their kiss. She licked them slow, eyes devouring every inch of the sight below her, like a gambler watching a jackpot spin into alignment. Then she climbed on top, slow, predatory, straddling Kira's lap and pinning her arms briefly to the mattress. Kira gasped again, her face flushing deeper, and for once, there was no smart remark. Just the way her breath hitched when Yumiko leaned down, pressing her lips across her jaw and whispering, "So quiet now, President." Kira's fingers gripped Yumiko's waist, then slipped lower. She palmed her butt again, but more urgently this time, fingers sneaking under the hem of the skirt to roll her directly over her lace. There you go. Yumiko hissed through her teeth. What are you laughing at, Laura? It's not funny.
It's just I'm watching the number of people coming into the.
Oh, 2K, it's crazy.
I'm laughing because I started it being like, yeah, like I just wanted to say hi. Like, how's everyone? Their week?
Yeah, fuck that. Back to the story.
All right,
Okay. Yumiko hissed through her teeth, biting her lip, eyes fluttering briefly before she leaned into the bite, gently Kira's biting. Let me run that back. I didn't do that properly. Yumiko hissed through her teeth, biting her lip, eyes fluttering briefly before she leaned in to bite gently at Kira's collarbone, just enough to leave a mark. Kira moaned softly. Back is doing something. More hickeys followed, kissed, and, not saying that word, into her neck, and down her collar. Yumiko's hands found her bazungas through her skirt.
We're getting scientific, hey?
I just used a scientific name. Through her shirt, rather, not her skirt. Kneading them firmly, like a cat. That's not in the script. Delighting in how her hips bucked slightly beneath her. The tension between them, dominance and need, was palpable, thick in the air, and laced into every breath they took. Then their lips met again, fiercer than before. Kira moaned into Yumiko's mouth as their tongues tangled. There's nothing funny about this. No, he's just paused.
No, but no,
He's breaking
pausing, but
character.
did that happen?
The room is red.
whoa! How did you do that?
The room is
I had to
red.
change light bulbs really quickly.
You're right. For the mood.
That's crazy.
Where was I? Then their lips met
She
again.
moaned.
Oh yeah. And her grip on Yumiko's thigh tightened. They were both panting by the time Yumiko pulled away, just enough to whisper into Kira's ear. "You feel that? That's mine." I don't know what that is. Kira shuddered. The world narrowed into space between them, lit by low lamplight and thick with the silence that follows a long-awaited storm. Yumiko's lips were pressed into Kira's. Softer now, but no less intent. Her touch skimmed the buttons of Kira's uniform shirt, undoing them one by one with deliberate slowness, dragging the fabric aside like it was a gift she was unwrapping. Finally. Her mouth never strayed far, grazing Kira's jaw, her neck, her collarbone, leaving behind marks like ink blots of possession. Kira lay beneath her, dazed and flushed, eyes wide and trying to focus. She didn't try to stop Yumiko, didn't want to, but her breath stuttered every time Yumiko did something unexpected. Every time her lips dipped lower, every time her hands wandered further. Still shaking? Yumiko murmured with a slight glint in her eye as she slid her hands down the curve of Kira's waist, her hands brushing bare skin just above the waistband of her skirt. Kira didn't respond. Couldn't. Her mouth was slightly parted, eyes following Yumiko's every move like she was trying to memorize a dream she wasn't sure she was allowed to have. Yumiko sat up just enough to pull her shirt over her head, tossing it to the side without ceremony. She wasn't showing off, not exactly, but there was a confidence in her movements that made Kira's throat dry. The slow drag of Yumiko's skirt slipping down her legs and the way her hair fell over her bare shoulders. The playful gleam in her eyes as she crawled back over Kira. It was all too much. And not enough. She leaned in, her hands finally at Kira's skirt, tucking just enough for the fabric to shift over her hips. This is a long chapter. You really let him touch your hand? She whispered at Kira's neck, tongue flicking at a certain spot. It wasn't like that, Kira breathed. Doesn't matter. He thought it was. The skirt slid off entirely. Stuff was showing. Yumiko smiled, though. You're... Anwen, get out of the corner and into the light. Come on.
Okay.
Don't go down there. Be active. You're
Coming
always...
from the girl with her camera off, bro.
Laura's dragging me. I love a Gemini. Okay. You're so composed, she whispered, mouth ghosting down Kira's ribs. But now, they're trembling. Her eyes didn't stop, but neither did her... my bad. Her hands didn't stop, but neither did her eyes. That wide-eyed stare, open and intense, never left Kira's face. Every time Kira gasped, every time her back did something, or her lips parted in silence, Yumiko watched. And when the tension finally broke, when Kira shook so violently that she had to hold on for dear life, Yumiko leaned in, mouth against her ear, and whispered with a laugh. That was almost fond. That was... yeah, okay. Still trembling, Kira? Just like last time? Kira lay breathless beneath Yumiko, her chest rising and falling rapidly. Lips parted in the aftermath. A lot of lips are parting. Me when I part my lips. Of everything Yumiko has just done to her. Her dark long hair was splayed over the pillows, and her shirtless frame glistened faintly in the low dorm light, which is not good lighting. Flush staining her cheeks, her throat, and the top of her chest. The air between them pulsed with residual heat, sticky with want, and nothing else neither of them wanted to name it yet. Beautiful, so much so I fucked it up. Yumiko, ever observant, leaned forward and brushed a stray strand of hair from Kira's temple, her fingers slow, almost reverent. You're still shaking, she whispered, eyes dancing as they trailed over Kira's exposed skin. How sweet. Kira exhaled a shallow breath, her fingers curling into the sheets. You talk too much. Oh, no, my bad. She's Yeah, whatever. Let me trace it back. Kira exhaled a shallow breath, her fingers curling to the sheets. You talk too much, she muttered. But there was no heat behind the words. Only a low, frayed edge of affection, trying not to show itself too plainly. Yumiko only giggled softly, dipping down to press a kiss into Kira's collarbone, then lower. It's just funny, she murmured, lips brushing against as she spoke. Last time we kissed, you trembled like this too. So sensitive, President. Kira shut her eyes briefly, biting back the urge to roll them, but she couldn't hide the ghost of a smile tugging at her lips. That was different. Was it? Yumiko teased, now straddling her waist lazily, her fingers drawing shapes along Kira's ribs, enjoying how bare and defenseless she looked. Kira didn't even try to cover herself. Felt the same to me. Kira's hands moved instinctively, gripping Yumiko's thighs, where they rested against her hips. Her thumbs rubbed soft circles, grounding herself in the moment. You like having this kind of power over me? She asked, quietly, her voice husky. I can't do that. Yumiko leaned in again, slowly and sultry, until her nose brushed. I like when you stop pretending. Oh, what? I like when you stop pretending. I don't. Okay, she whispered, lips grazing against Kira's. And with that, she kissed her again. Nothing like the wild hunger from before. The kiss was drawn out and deep, soft at the edges but burning underneath. Kira whimpered into it, her hands moving up Yumiko's back, pulling her closer, her bare chest pressing up into her. Well, yes. There was something deeply intimate about this version of them. Aw, quiet, but no less intense. Tangled limbs and heavy breaths, the sound of Yumiko's laughter humming against Kira's throat. When they broke apart, Yumiko laid her head down beside Kira's, the tips of their noses brushing. You don't have to say anything, she murmured. I just want to be here, like this. Kira, eyes still shut, gave a faint nod. For a second, she almost reached to Yumiko's cheek, but instead, she let her fingers linger at her waist. And in the silence, there's more. Fuck, I thought I was done. Their hearts spoke louder than any confession ever would. Holy fuck, there's more. Do I read the rest?
I'm up for it.
Do I keep going?
I'm down for you to keep going. Also,
Are we
can
all
I just
in vote?
mention props towards, I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure people have noticed, but like sometimes the way that Miku says ing words, like ing
yeah.
at the end, she goes like, she'll say like there's like a little K at the end of it, and you're nailing that.
Oh, I do it on purpose.
I know you do.
Thank
I
you.
see you.
Thank you, Queen. Okay. Okay, we keep going. Are we in agreement, Laura, Hunter?
Aye.
Okay.
Like,
Laura's unsure. Laura's pressured into that.
yeah.
Okay. Why are people saying don't? Y'all are boring because you want this. You want it. You just want it. You want it so bad. Just admit it. It's good to be honest. It's 2025. Say what you want. God. Oh, God is real, I think. I don't know. Sorry, I did a Catholic audition the other day.
Damn.
The silence that followed was unlike any they had experienced before. Not the sharp quiet of a gamble's aftermath, not the quiet pause between cruel jabs at heated stares. This silence lingered like a breath caught in the chest, soft, trembling, and heavy with the weight of something that couldn't yet be named. Kira lay on her back. Okay. Is that... Never mind. Okay. Her hair, a dark spill across Yumiko's pillow. Her chest still rose and fell in uneven rhythm, the flush on her cheeks refusing to fade. One hand remained limply on the sheets, the other still faintly curled from where it had gripped Yumiko's waist. Her lips were parted slightly, as if she meant to say something, but the words hadn't yet caught up to her pulse. Yumiko watched her quietly from beside, her fingers lightly tracing the line of Kira's jaw up to her temple. She wasn't smiling this time, not that teasing, provocative way Kira had grown used to. There was something else behind her eyes. Possessiveness, certainly, but something gentler too. She leaned in and kissed her cheek, just once. "You're shaking less now," Yumiko whispered, lips brushing the soft edge of her ear. "Should I be offended?" Kira's breath caught. She turned her head slightly, their foreheads almost touching. "I wasn't," her voice cracked. She cleared it. "I wasn't shaking." Yumiko's smirk returned faintly. You were trembling, Kira. Like a card player with a bad hand, and too much to lose." She trailed her hand slowly down Kira's side. "You were always so good at bluffing, but not this time." Kira didn't answer. She just exhaled and looked away, jaw tight. Yumiko studied her, then very softly. "You don't have to go back to your dorm tonight." That caught Kira's attention. Her gaze flicked back, uncertain. "What?" "Stay," Yumiko said. Simple, direct. "You'll sleep better here. Besides," she rolled onto her side, now facing Kira fully, her hand sliding to the hem of the blanket tangled around Kira's lower back. "I like how you look in my bed." The tension that always clung to Kira's shoulders, like armor wielded to her bones, seemed to falter. Slowly she nodded. "Fine. Just for tonight." Yumiko laughed softly, eyes closing for a moment as she nuzzled closer. "Of course. Just for tonight." Okay, we're almost done. Okay. The lights stayed dim. Outside, the occasional distant laugh or door shutting reminded them the world hadn't stopped, but here, it felt like it had. They lay facing each other, now under the sheets, inches apart. Yumiko's fingers found Kira's again and curled them together. "You're warm," Kira murmured. Almost begrudgingly, Yumiko smiled. "I'm everything you need, President." Kira didn't respond, but she didn't pull away either. Then, wordlessly, Yumiko shifted closer and slipped her leg between Kira's, an intimate entangling. Kira didn't protest. In fact, she let out the quietest breath of relief, burying her face just slightly into Yumiko's neck. Her bare chest pressed against Yumiko's, and the contact made both of them still for a moment. Then quiet was no longer awkward. It was full of breath, heat, and tension that curled around them like smoke.
Aviva's trying to join.
Okay. 1 p.m. Pausing for Karis.
Karis, come on in.
We're just reading a book.
We're just
Yeah, I know. I got out of bed. It's amazing. I needed to be part of it. Okay, I know it's almost done, but okay, keep going.
Yeah, we're reading Catcher in the Rye.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Back
This is
to
what happens when we do an unscheduled live with Hunter.
The red lighting was hilarious.
yeah. Now it's pink.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Soon it will be blue. Okay. Try to sleep, Yumiko whispered into Kira's hair, her hand stroking her back lightly. "I'll still be here with you when you wake up." Kira gave a faint nod, but sleep wouldn't come easily, not with bodies so close and heat rising again between them in the dark. The night... Sorry, I'm laughing at Aviva. You can see her in the corner of my eye. Let me look away so I can focus, because I'll just keep laughing. Okay. Okay. The night had folded around them like a velvet curtain, soft and heavy, cocooning Yumiko and Kira in a fragile world, apart from the chaos of the day. Kira lay curled against Yumiko's side, her cheek pressed lightly to the curve of Yumiko's neck. The steady rhythm of Yumiko's breathing was a soothing pulse against the lingering storm inside her. Between them, faint moonlight sifted through the curtains, casting silver patterns that flickered gently over their skin. Yumiko's arm curled over Kira's waist, pulling her just a fraction closer, enough to feel the warmth radiating off of her, enough to brush her fingers over the soft skin of her hip. Kira's leg rested between Yumiko's, a slow, unspoken claim that neither of them dared to voice in the daylight. Neither of them spoke for a long moment. There was a comfort in the quiet, that the shared heat that didn't need words to make itself known. But as the minutes stretched, the silence began to pulse, and with something unspoken, words caught between breath and skin, feelings just beneath the surface. Finally, Yumiko shifted slightly, her voice a breathy whisper, almost lost in the stillness. Do you ever think, she hesitated, tracing a gentle line down Kira's spine, that this us could feel like home? Kira's eyes fluttered open, meeting Yumiko's in the dim light. There was something vulnerable in that question, a crack in the mask Yumiko so rarely let drop. Home, Kira echoed, voice low and a little uncertain. Yumiko smiled softly. Yeah, like, not just somewhere to sleep, but somewhere you belong. Someone who belongs with you. Kira's jaw tightened just a little. Then she exhaled slowly. I never thought I'd want that, she admitted, voice quiet. Not like this. Like what? Like wanting someone to be close, to care enough to stay. Yumiko's hand moved up, fingers brushing a stray lock of hair from Kira's forehead. I'm not going anywhere, Yumiko said gently. Not if you don't want me to. Kira's eyes shimmered faintly. Reflecting the moonlight, she reached up, tangling her fingers in Yumiko's hair. Why me? She whispered. Yumiko laughed softly, a warm sound that vibrated Kira's skin. Because you're you. Because you're not like anyone else. She kissed Kira's temple, slow and tender. Because you're the only one I want to bet on. Fuck, I thought it was me. Oh, fuck off. I'm joking.
Oh, that was one chapter?
No, I'm not done.
Oh my god.
Everyone shut up.
My bad.
Sorry, my bad.
We're almost done. Kira's breath hitched. The words felt heavy, charged, like the promise of something dangerous and beautiful all at once. The night wrapped around them as they lay there, bodies intertwined, hearts slowly finding rhythm in the quiet, words fading, replaced by touches and gentle breaths, the kind of closeness that didn't need explanation. Shoot, excuse me. Also, I was about to say something so crazy that had no relevance to this. Okay. The room was silent, except for their shallow breaths. What did you do, Hunter?
Right, I'm focused. Whoa.
Aviva, what did he do?
I don't know.
We're focused on you.
Right,
I was actually dissociating out of fear.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
I'll let it slide just this once. Where was I? The room was silent except for shallow breaths, the soft rustling of sheets, and the faint rhythm of their hearts beating close, naked and vulnerable. Their bodies were a map.
They're naked?
What? You just squeaked that out.
What do you mean?
They were naked the whole time.
Me when I was 7 watching a movie with a sex scene for the first time. They're naked? Yeah. Okay. Yes, they were naked and vulnerable. Their bodies were a map of every secret and desire they kept hidden. And now, laid bare beneath the silver glow of the moon, the world outside... Fuck. The world outside...
And the world inside, am I right? Sorry.
The world Inside Out. Inside Out 2, Io's favorite movie that he cried about, and I think you were there too, Anwen. Fuck. Okay. Okay, wait. You want to know where the world is? It's outside the room, okay? And it didn't exist. Only the pulse of their bodies pressed together. The electric charge of the skin against skin. The subtle, the subtle dance of control and surrender. Yumiko wrapped her arms around Kira, fingers tracing gentle patterns across her back as she felt the steady rise and fall of her chest beneath her ear. Kira's eyes fluttered close, her lips parting in a soft sigh as he nestled closer, the exhaustion of passion in the quiet intimacy wrapping around her like a warm blanket. "Stay with me," Yumiko murmured softly, voice thick with emotion. Kira's only response was a tired, contented smile before she finally surrendered to sleep, resting her head on Yumiko's chest. Both hearts beating slow and steady, connected in a way that words couldn't capture. The night held them close, a fragile sanctuary with desire, trust, and something more whispered softly in the darkness. And at the bottom, you guys have been fed today. Right now I'm actually going to do a chapter soon because they take so long.
That was the whole. That was the chapter.
Pardon?
That was it?
It was long. You missed missed the grit of it. The
Okay, good.
nitty-gritty.
Honestly, good. I don't know if I would have been able to handle it.
You missed the lace panties and all that.
Well, see, if I had known about that, then I wouldn't have been so shocked. I wouldn't have had to
naked is so funny.
clutch my pearls.
They were naked. Apparently people have been saying that there's worse stuff in AO3. I only have like 2 saved from that in like scriptation. But I have yet to read them.